bad.
So worst thing you can do is run shit into the ground. Like, yeah.
I don't know how they
Especially in a
managed.
5.
Yeah, I don't know how they managed to do that in such a short show, but they did.
Yeah, like within 5 minutes. Like, how did you do that? Like.
Welcome, naughty children. Welcome to Krampus. Today, we will punish you with the worst anime ever. With me is Sam.
Hello.
And Danny.
I am not looking forward to this.
And you two have been naughty.
God.
So today we're talking about the worst, the bottom of the barrel, the pooper scoopers. I'm going to hand you a bundle of twigs, and you will lash yourself with them. All right.
Very impish.
Let's begin.
So, okay.
I don't think I can do that the whole episode. I tried.
Like, I was going to say, like, were you going to do it?
Would you care to jump in? Join me, audience. Jump into my great sack. And I'll whisk you away on an adventure.
I want to say that so Krampus here came into our Discord and he linked us some, like, lists. And I was going through some of these and watching some, and then he was telling us to watch these. And I gotta say, I've seen a lot of the ones on this list that's on. There's an Ann article of it, which is really funny, and using the Bayesian estimate, top 50 worst rated, and I mean, some of these aren't that bad. I mean, like, I've seen
they're
some
pretty
of these.
bad.
They're all pretty bad. What are you talking about? Oh, okay. Garzy's Wing is so bad it's good. We're not doing the so bad it's good ones, kind of.
Okay, but
that's
they
like a
have,
different
like,
category.
They have, like, SD Gundam Force.
Our favorite show, Aiken, is on there.
Like, Kirby Right Back at Ya was not that bad. And, like, they have the three, like, they have the three ADV fighting game movies on here.
Beyblade,
Tekken.
get fucked, Sam. Beyblade is on there, dude.
That one wasn't that bad. I mean... Okay,
I think some of these are just like the fans were upset at something, and so they gave it a low score, probably.
Well, the Beyblade that's on here is the very first one, so it's like,
yeah,
I don't know. But anyway,
and then like MD Geist, that's another so bad it's good. We could have that on Krampus, but we're really digging at the bottom of the barrel. We're digging in the belly button lint, and we're pulling out blood. Okay?
Belly button. What's the matter with you? Anyway. So yeah, we're gonna talk about some of these, and so if you have already, please, if you're listening to this right now and you're eating, please stop eating.
Yeah.
And then
well, like, unless you're eating your brother, your Oni-chan, then continue.
Okay. And then we'll you can finish your food while we take our small break right here. Hey everybody, Sam from Anime Summit here, and I'm here to talk to you about matcha tea from tpaz.com. This matcha is harvested from Uji, Japan, and is certified organic matcha. It's a healthy and organic stress reliever, cognitive boost. It's full of antioxidants and full of natural caffeine to wake you up in the morning. Go to tpaz.com and use anime at the checkout to get 20% off. Or you can go to matcha.animesummit.net and it'll auto-apply the coupon for you. Matcha tea at tpaz.com. Boom. Shaka-laka-laka-laka-laka. Links.animesummit.net. All the important links are right there. Patreon.com/animesummit. Would really appreciate if you're... And I just want to say this, too. Like, for those of you who have been a patron this whole entire year, with the pandemic and everything, we really appreciate that. It's actually really amazing. I'm actually currently talking to my cousin Remy about upgrading my computer in my desk area right now. I was actually messaging him before, like, we were recording, and so, like, that's basically some of the big chunk of the patron money is going to, like, me getting a new setup. So really appreciate that. And then we're also going to get Danny hooked up. And Nick hooked up soon. So
you should buy me a new brain.
I don't know where they sell those.
Or at least a new nostril. I've been dealing with this
so your
fucking
Patreon money
bullshit
after the
sinus
fact is
shit.
we're gonna get Nick a new nostril.
Yeah, please.
Cause
Make me beautiful like striking daughter Sayuri.
like Squidward.
Yeah, like Squidward also. Somebody
love
made a
that.
beautiful Squidward in, I think it was Cyberpunk. That picture was going around.
Oh yeah, in the with the character maker. And
Yeah.
Yeah. Super hilarious, dude. But yeah, I really appreciate that because obviously the pandemic has made it hard for a lot of people and stuff. So that's really amazing. So thank you. But yeah, dude. Listener question of the week from Patron Sen. Let's do it. If you could only listen to one anime OST for the rest of your life, what would it be? So soundtrack, original.
Carol and
soundtrack.
Tuesday.
That's, I mean, that's a good one. But it's like you're kind of cheating. Like that's a music one.
Oh, the
Like,
rest of my life, God, I would fucking kill
Either
myself.
that or the Cowboy Bebop OST.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yoko Kanno's.
I would pick something with like variety. I don't know what. What has the most variety?
Uh,
No, just pick Kill la Kill so you can listen to the same 4 songs your whole life.
I would do that. You know what I would do? I'd probably do Dot Hack Sign soundtrack. It's a really good soundtrack.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
And or probably Evangelion, just because I like.
Oh, you know
Just
what?
'cause.
Fuck you guys. One Piece. Get wrecked. They gotta
I
have
don't-
they gotta have a whole bunch, right? Because it's a long show.
It's like 900 some eps, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be a lot of songs in there.
So yeah, no, like I probably would just do that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Not
That's
counting,
easy for
not
me.
counting like One Piece and shit. Yeah, I don't know.
Not counting.
That's fucking cheating. I picked something tropical. All right, One Piece.
Because you're on an island. Or well, the question didn't even mention that you'd be on an island. It's just for the rest of your life.
Something
I don't know.
adventurous.
I don't know too many other than like
Just pick a
ones
show
I've
that's
like legit listened
you
to
know.
or whatever. But I did
You
just
don't want to
pre-order.
be, like definitely not a horror anime. It'd be the
No.
worst. It's fucking awful soundtracks. Most of them. Oh, you know what? Sword Art Online. Let's go. I'm picking that.
That's
Calling it-
actually a
doing
good
it.
soundtrack. That's actually a good one. That's a good, yeah.
I stand by my 2 picks.
or,
You had
or I
Carol
would
and
do Carol-
Tuesday and-
I would
and
do
what?
Carol and Tuesday.
As long as it
Either
doesn't have
or,
any
Carol
words.
and Tuesday or the Cowboy Bebop one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cowboy
that's
Bebop's
legit.
pretty good. Hell yeah, great question. Okay, here we go. Waifu and Husbando. Waifu is Yume Hasegawa from Pupa, the sister from Pupa. And Husbando is Utsusu Hasegawa from Pupa, her older brother who he lets her eat him to survive.
Oh yeah. A tale as old as time.
Speaking of which,
A song
why
as
don't we-
old as rhyme. Pupa and the Oni-chan.
I really fucking hate Krampus for this one because Nick will jokingly on our podcast, he's been doing it for years, will jokingly be like, "Oh well, it's not like Pupa," you know.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I never just gave it any thought to watch it or try to watch it or look into it that much. So I was going in partially, mostly blind. Oh my god.
Pupa is really bad. I hate it. I cannot. Okay. Throughout all of the shows that I had to watch, I cannot get those minutes back.
Yeah.
Like,
I actually think
At
Pupa
all.
was more watchable than some of these other ones.
I mean, at least Pupa had decent, somewhat decent animation compared to the rest of what we watched. But like, and the art style was decent. It was pretty average. But like,
Wait till we get to Vampire Holmes.
yeah.
oh god. I fell asleep.
one-
That was my
that
nap
one-
time.
That one was
nap
actually
time
kind
for
of. That one
me.
had a couple of funny moments, but
Or
anyway. Yeah.
Abunai Sisters or whatever.
Oh.
But like, yeah. So I mean, basically, they get infected with the Pupa virus, and
It gives them
So-
regeneration, and then it gives the girl. She turns into a monster.
but not enough to like be a full-on monster, or maybe later she does. I don't know.
She
I
can
didn't watch them.
transform, basically.
Oh, okay, yeah. And she craves human flesh, and so the brother lets her munch on him. But the way
It's perfect. They're perfect synchronization. Okay. she eats him and he regenerates.
Which is
He
like
solved
fine.
world hunger.
Which is fine, right? But like the way they do it is it's almost ritualistic and sexual.
Yeah, it's
and
so
it's
gross.
sexual.
Yes.
ugh.
There's an entire episode. This whole show is like 12 episodes, and they're all 3 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever. But
yeah.
well, there's like an OP. The funny thing is, all these short shows have OPs, which take up like a third of the episode. But Pupa, like, there's a full episode where she just eats her brother, and she just whispers Oni-chan, and he's like fucking biting the pillow.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the most classic moments in anime history, right there. Hard to beat that.
It basically the person who wrote this. I had the page up. I'm sorry, I don't have it up right now. But it's based on a manga, I guess, and I gotta say, from my understanding, what it seems like is Sayaka Mogi. That's the person who did it. Studio Dean, Sayaka Mogi, and it came out in 2014.
14.
I gotta say that this Sayaka person legit was just like, hey, I want to make cannibalism porn, incest porn, but I don't want to write it off as that, so I'll just call it like
the
a
manga
horror.
has a 6.14 on Mal, and the anime has a 3.44. So something was fucked up in the adaptation. I think what I remember hearing about is that originally this was supposed to be a longer show, like at least 12 minutes an episode, give or take, or maybe even a full length per episode. But then they'd like just lost all their budget, so they had to be like, fuck, 3 minutes. They just jammed it in. Oh, something like that. So yeah, they had production issues, money issues.
If you look at some of the other stuff on Sayaka Mogi's like resume, like on Mal, you know, there's
They
this
don't
other.
have a whole lot.
They don't have a whole lot. But like they have
The only one that, like, out of all their stuff, the one that has the highest score is Wolf Disciple of Little Red Riding Hood. That's the only one that
Yeah.
seems to be doing well.
Anyway, my point is, if you look at their other stuff, like I'll read you the synopsis of this one. Switch Witch centers on a girl named Wakaba, who is aware that she is growing up slower than other people, but otherwise lives peaceful. On the same day she finally gets her period, her childhood friend confesses that he loves her, and it's like,
Oh God.
come
You
on,
can
it's
smell blood in the water.
yeah, like, oh, you got your period? Better tell her you love you. What the fuck is the matter with
No,
you?
she like the first drop of blood descends, and he's just like, "What was that?"
like a shark. And it's just like, I legit think this person legit just wanted to make cannibal incest porn and then just write it off as horror, so they would just be, they could
No,
get
like
it out.
the parts. The thing that's so bad about this is like, it's really rushed, and the animation kind of fucking sucks. And
Yeah.
And like it's just like the way that they transition between all these scenes. Like it doesn't fucking make any sense. Like there's this evil witch lady who like dissects animals and shit, and she's like, I'm going to birth a demon, and then like it like has these like weird fever dream flashbacks to like their mother, who's trying to get an abortion on the baby because her baby, like I think the sister was born with a full set of teeth. So like, she tries to kill the baby, but it just regenerates because the pupa virus. And then she's like, I live for pain. The mother's like, all right, I want my husband to beat me now so I can feel something.
And then he ends up killing her.
And then the last episode makes no sense because it's like a super flashback. Like the brother is trying to win a stuffed animal for his sister, and like that's it. What the fuck is this? Oh,
so
man.
great observation, because it's not even just like content is gross and bad. It's also just production,
Everything.
editing, pacing is bad. Everything.
Yeah. But it is entertaining and memorable. I love it.
Yeah, so now whenever you hear Nick make the joke on here, that's, oh God.
Don't watch it. Don't be like us and that because we had to watch it. Just don't.
It's only
watch
like
it
it's only like 35 minutes. The whole thing.
Thank
don't
you,
watch
Krampus.
it. Don't waste your time.
Do it.
Thank you,
Just
Krampus.
don't.
Do it.
Just real quick, I do want to talk about this one that was about 1 minute long.
Yeah, there's a couple of 1 minute ones on here that were like fucking stupid.
I don't know. Yeah, this is when Krampus said bottom of the barrel. That's what he meant. But this one's clay animation anime.
Oh,
and
Shitcom.
It's called Shitcom.
This is so stupid.
It's just a guy and a girl on a date, and like he gets her like a diamond necklace or something, and then she pukes up poop.
Ew.
And then he gets grossed out.
2.8 million views.
So he pukes up poop, and then they both got poop on their mouths, and they smile at each other. That's the end.
Yeah,
Ew.
well, it's like South Park,
That's
except not as funny. It's just fucking gross.
Yeah, it wasn't even. There wasn't nothing.
God, I'm so glad I didn't watch that.
Danny, do the sound.
I like the way that George Lopez does it. He goes,
We want to get the other super short one out of the way. We got fucking striking daughter Sayuri.
striking.
This one is
the
even more
hell?
fucked up than Shitcom. It has a 2.04 on Mal. Meanwhile, Pupa is sitting at a lofty, where's the score? At a lofty 3.44, nearly doubling striking daughter.
Nearly doubling.
See, I'd rather watch Pupa than this. This is 3 minutes, and it's just like this surreal, like fucking abomination of a creature that like is talking to itself. It's like the creature is simultaneously a man, his wife, and his daughter, and they're like the wife is like sucking on a tentacle or something. It's fucking stupid. It's really uncomfortable. It's just a surreal, gross. Bleh. Like there's nothing to it. It has horrible. It's made by like one guy. He's just like saying his fucking name over and over again.
You had me at sucking on a tentacle.
Yeah, it's like here's the mother, and she's just like fucking sucking on this huge dong, which is its own dong. And the daughter is like the head, and the father is like the body or something. I don't know. It's so
Look
stupid.
at this huge dong, which is its own dong.
I mean, yeah, that's the mother's place.
It's just the way you explain it.
I'm probably not even remembering it right because I tried to block it out, but
I will say too that
spent more time talking about it than you could have watched the whole thing by now.
it's funny too because like Aiken was on this list, and that was our first Weibo chat episode.
I'd much rather watch that.
Aiken was at least. I'm actually like.
At
get
least
why
there was like a plot to Icon, and
right.
that you can slightly
Yeah,
follow.
there's titties.
Like I get why it's on here. At the same time, it was like literally 10 times more entertaining than a lot of these other things on here for sure. One thing I do got to mention too is like on this particular list that I'm referencing on Anime News Network. There's a lot of video game series like targeted at kids. So like there's Kirby and Duel Masters, which is a card game. But
I'm rewatching this now. The whole point of Sayuri is like she's trying to get her ass slapped. Dude, I linked it in chat. Just like watch it.
okay, live reaction. I don't think I watched this
Oh
one.
my god.
Weirdest
oh my God,
Japan
Duel
animation.
Masters. I remember.
Remember Duel Masters, dude?
I remember Duel Masters. Jeez.
Yeah, Duel Masters was good. I mean, it was okay. Wait, when you're a kid, you know it's fucking cool.
The
Yeah.
guy sings his
yeah.
own ED.
Okay, this looked like some. Okay, that's the dong tentacle thing.
Yeah.
Okay, this is. I don't know why people would consider this bad. I mean, this is clearly some like.
Because it's ugly and gross. That's why.
No, I get that, but like clearly this is like some kind of surrealistic artistic thing,
No.
which is not doesn't make it good.
Surrealism
like,
is not art.
I
Fight
mean,
me.
it is if you're doing if it has a point, but if it doesn't have a point, then which this probably doesn't. It doesn't look like it has a point at all. There's a cow. We have a cow. God, what the hell? Okay, that's enough of that. But like, yeah, no, like Duel Masters. When I watched that as a kid, and a couple other things on this list, the Panzer Dragoon OAV, the Tekken motion picture, Batterina Toshinden, Samurai Showdown. You know, these are all
You
fighting
almost said
games.
Samurai Champloo.
Samurai. I almost said
Samurai
Samurai.
Champloo. I mean, that's pretty bad. You know, it should be on here, honestly.
Samurai Shamrock. Shamrock.
Hey,
Shake.
there you go. That's a good soundtrack to listen to for the rest of your life.
But like those weren't that bad. In terms of animation, probably. Icon's probably still more entertaining than Batterina Toshinden. But like,
Yeah.
I noticed another one on here, which I have the tape of, and it was only 1 or 2 episodes, but it's called Kimira. Oh, it's 48 minutes, so it's like one.
Yeah, a lot of these
thing.
are short.
Yeah,
Which is how this is how you pad out your mal. You watch a bunch of short, shitty shows, so your average rating goes down. And be like, I have good taste.
but yeah, like I guess it's based on a manga, and yeah, it's about this vampire, and her name is Kimira. And I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was kind of cool. It was kind of edgy, you know.
Yeah.
In terms of like animation, like because I rewatched some of it for this episode, you know, it's okay. I think the production was just not there. That could be why it's on this list. But
A lot of it's just like this shit doesn't make any fucking sense. Or they like
that was my
grabbed
next
a bunch
thing.
of shit out of the source material and shoved it in there.
That was my
and
next
rushed
thing.
through.
Is what you just said. Because so like the next thing I watched was
Psychic Wars or something. That's
I didn't watch that one.
That's similar to Kimira.
I watched Skelter Heaven, which
That's what I was gonna
stupid.
talk about next.
Oh, we're talking about the Skelter Heaven.
yeah,
yes.
that's what I wanted to talk about next. And this is the same guy who did Mars of Destruction.
Oh, we'll talk about
Yeah,
that
Which
one later.
that one was pretty bad too.
We'll talk about that after. But like, this was an OVA that was just 20 minutes or 19 minutes, and it's based on the video game of the same name, which was like a
Based on a
visual
game.
novel.
Then you know it's
Yeah.
bad.
So for this OAV or OVA or whatever, they literally just took the opening from the PS2 game and put it as like the visual and song. They just took it from the PS2 and made it the opening for this. And the thing that stuck out the most to me on this was the editing was like that the clipping and editing was like they would be talking. They'd be two people talking,
God.
and then it would just show someone else randomly for like a second, and then just right away go to like back to like. It did that a couple of times, and I was like, "What's
so
the fuck,
funny?"
Rose?
There's like a scene. There's a part where it goes from the two girls like mud wrestling their mechs, and they're like, "Oh, I got to
Yeah.
shower," and then 2 seconds later, they're sitting on this like weird weight bench thing that's like bobbing them up and down. And they're like, "Oh!" Like, what the fuck is going on?
And then literally 2 seconds after that, they're on the bridge like discussing the next
Yeah.
enemy or whatever.
And then the news anchor guy's like, "We're being invaded. We're being invaded." He like keeps repeating
yeah,
it.
he just keeps repeating it. Yeah. And the fucking monster is a fucking squid.
It's a giant
That's
squid.
all it is.
My favorite YouTube comment was like, "Mom, I want to watch Evangelion. We have Evangelion at home. Evangelion at home. Skelter Heaven." Well, this one's sitting at a abysmal 1.86 on Mal. I think this is like the lowest on Mal.
And then they tried to throw in like the drama from because the game I imagine is like 2-3 hours, but they're packing all that in 20 minutes. And like there's this like drama between the guy and the girl, and when they get on the
spend
bridge,
a full minute at the start zooming in on the Earth.
yeah. Oh my god, it's literally a full minute. Like Nick is not being exaggerative. It's literally a minute and 2 seconds.
So
It's just slowly zooming in on the Earth and going around city shots, and all you hear is a heartbeat sound and. And so, okay, just out of curiosity, okay, I watched the first 10 minutes of gameplay of the game. Same
What
thing.
did it look like? Oh,
Same
I was
thing.
gonna say what did
A
it
minute.
Look like?
You hit start on a new file, and then a minute of just that
Well, that
same.
that one has like 2 hours, right? So it's not the whole runtime of it.
Oh yeah, no,
They
but
can
it was
space
still
it out a bit.
It was still a full minute of the heartbeat sound zooming in the Earth and like it's like, God. Okay, so then here's my favorite line. I'm telling you my favorite line, and then we can move on.
Oh, I got
But
one too, probably.
Okay, yeah. My favorite line is when they're on the bridge and the commander guy is like, "There's two points, or two things that we have to do to destroy this monster: find the weak point and then destroy the monster." No shit.
There's another one where we're like, "How are we gonna kill it? We'll use a bazooka." It's like the monster's shooting fucking laser beams. It's a giant squid. Like, what are you gonna do with a bazooka?
Like, and these little mechs that they're riding on is literally the size of an ant compared to me, and I'm the squid. And it's just like, what is this? What are we doing?
There's a part where I think I'm gonna paraphrase, but one of the bimbos, they don't even have names. I don't think any of them have names. One of the girls was like, she's like, I'll do it, not because it's the mission, but because I love you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
And then
I think that was the main girl that said that.
And it like zooms on his face slowly, and he just makes a face like...
Yeah, he never moves. Like, his character model fucking never moves.
He just didn't say anything, and then they just went on, and it ended. Like, everyone died. I don't know. Like...
it like, there's more squid monsters. Like, they get sucked into the squid somehow, and it talks to them, and it's like, we are not the bad guys, or some shit. I don't fucking know the guys.
And then more squids appear, and then that's the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So stupid. I couldn't get through it. I was just like...
It's 19 minutes, Danny. Come on.
Listen.
Sack up.
19 minutes to me of watching a really, really bad show like this. It is the longest 19 minutes of my entire life. I am not grateful, okay? This was I did not enjoy any of this at all.
Krampus did us dirty.
I really I'm mad. Like, genuinely upset.
The only thing I like about it is the girls' outfits. They were really sexy. They were kind of hot. I was like, okay, that's
they're pretty.
At least you're giving me something to look
character
at.
Models a little bit. They just didn't fucking move right, but she's hot, but she don't move right.
And so this same guy, Yoshiaki Sato, I think did Mars of Destruction, right? Let me find it.
Do we want to?
That one was pretty bad too.
Let's save that one for a little bit later. Let's skip around a little bit.
Okay, what do I got here on my list? Shitcom, Pupa, okay. Oh, dude. This one was really bad. This one, Hanoka.
Oh, yeah. I watched this one. This one is animated entirely in Flash. 2006 is when it came out.
What do you mean by Flash?
I had a really hard time paying attention.
Slideshow?
No, like
Flash animation, like Adobe
Flash animation.
Oh,
whatever program that it's called Flash.
Like when you were a kid, like you were 12 and you went to Newgrounds and saw like a Flash animation.
Yeah.
Like
right. Yeah. Okay.
This is basically like a shitty Newgrounds
I didn't watch that one.
anime. Another 3-minute episode show, 5-minute, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even fucking know what happened. Like, monsters are attacking and like these characters are fucking around. I don't know. They're robots.
And obviously this is out of order, right? Because Decadence just came out last season. But it's like someone watched Decadence and then made this for college or something. Like, it looked...
Human beings and star races are fighting.
There's a big armadillo spider thing, and they're just shooting at it. And somehow this little kid's bazooka was able to go through this monster's huge body, shelled body, and it was fine. But, like, the animation alone just makes it...
Yeah, the way they move
so aside from
it's like blah.
Aside from it being just a basic like Starship Troopers sci-fi thing, the animation was like looked like the pieces of paper, like if you've ever seen Flash animations before, but like here's my biggest thing with it. 2006, I was learning Flash in 2006 in high school. In a little computer animation design class or something. It was like an elective. Anyway. I've seen Flash animations of I used to follow on YouTube. I used to follow the people who would make like those fan animations for like Dragon Ball Z or Goku fighting Superman, something like that. Those were amazing, all done in Adobe Flash at the time, which was like, I think it was like 5.0 or CS1 or CS2. I don't know, but like this was, come on, they had to have had. They had to have had a better program, or they were just really, it was just bad. I've seen animations that are entirely done in Flash of anime that were way better than this, and this was just like, come on, dude.
Yeah, we've seen one-person projects that are better. I mean, Makoto Shinkai, half the shit he did early on was by himself.
Yeah, like Voices of a Distant Star and whatever.
She and her cat.
Classic. Man, this was some shit. I was like, oh my god.
It's just very cliche and bland and blah.
Like, it's not hard to animate.
This one is
vector
actually
shapes.
this one I think was worse than the other ones because it wasn't as memorable. There's just nothing memorable about it. It was fucking weird.
No, yeah, like it was literally. Just
I don't remember what happened. I don't remember a single thing. Like it's crazy
because it was like just
I
some
watched it
generic
yesterday.
Starship Trooper shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least with Pupa, it's like you can, the cannibalism. That's cool. You know?
Cannibalism. But yeah, that one was terrible. And then also today I watched this one because Nick said it. Abunai Sisters.
Oh, this had the dub, right? The English dub. It's on YouTube as well, I think.
Yeah, I watched the dub.
I think that's all it
This
has
is-
is a dub.
It's like some Japanese animator at Production IG.
This is how
By the
Japanese
way.
people view Americans.
Probably. It's literally like if somebody from Production IG was like, they watched Jimmy Neutron once, and this is what
Oh
they made.
God,
Oh God.
this is a Jimmy Neutron nightmare. Holy shit! It
I'm
kind of
telling
looks
ya.
like Jimmy Neutron.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, that's exactly what it is.
Demolition D also did a video on this one as well.
There's the one of the sisters is like shaking up a champagne bottle, like she's
They're
jacking
both
somebody off.
shaken. Yeah, they got okay. The whole point is there's these two bimbos. They got huge cans, and they're really vapid and stupid, and they're female agents, and they're fighting against these like Rocky and Bullwinkle villain people, this like old lady and a guy. They're trying to thwart him all the time, and it's fucking stupid.
In the first episode, they fight a shark with a
Oh yeah, a
turret.
shark with a gun in its mouth.
Yeah. And then
2.5
there's, like, this-
ml.
There's this creepy like Japanese dude with glasses, like taking pictures, zooming in on their boobs and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my God.
pervy, it's vapid, it's shallow, it's Abunai Sisters. Dude,
The worst part about it is I kept getting recommendations for kids' YouTube channels next to it.
the gift that keeps on giving, Sam. There you
And
go.
I'm like, I don't think YouTube
You're gonna watch
knows what
Teletubbies
they're-
next, you bitch.
I don't know if YouTube knows what they're doing right now.
Oh man.
Anyway.
I do have to say that even though these shows are really terrible, at least they're not like a full length episode. They're
that's the whole
like
point. Yeah.
They're like either a minute or like 3 minutes and stuff like that. So
We should find a full length thing that's really bad and watch
Oh
all the way through
no,
it.
I can't. I wouldn't be able to do that.
It's like these shows are like the worst parts of the Nadia Island arc. All of them. It's like the part of Nadia where what's his name is just singing. John is just singing
the
Nadia.
musical, the musical.
He's like
part.
Nadia. Like that's what all of these shows are for half an hour, for a full hour. It's crazy.
I do have to say that
I have
out
a-
of-
Oh, go ahead.
Well, the one article that you sent us, Nick, it was the CBR article. And I was going through it, and the irresponsible Captain Tyler to 2017. I was reading
Oh yeah.
the description on this, and I actually went to watch the original for that. And it's pretty good, and I'm actually that's one good thing that I got out of this.
The original Captain Tyler. Yeah, they're talking about the remake, I think.
Yeah. This one they're talking about the
How
remake.
how dare you watch a good show this week, Danny? What is your problem?
I'm sorry. You know what? I need to balance this shit out, okay? Like I
balance this
I
shit
can't
out.
just watch bad shit, okay?
Yeah, it's
'Cause
really
then
hard
I'll just
to
get sick of it and
it's-
throw up.
It's really fucking hard to binge this stuff. Oh my
I
god.
can't. I gotta balance it out.
I binged
But-
Abunai Sisters. I fucking binged it.
Oh my God.
So bad.
Maybe that's why I'm not feeling good right now.
That's why Nick
Dude.
is like on hour 4 of binging bad shit, and all of a sudden he like his nose just starts bleeding. And it's like, dude, you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. What do you mean? Like,
Yeah. My ears are bleeding.
yeah.
Oh man, dude, the booby power in Abunai Sisters, it's great. They solve all their problems with their huge cans.
See,
Pretty much.
that's like people look at that and be like, well, that's
It's like Icon, but it's hideous, and they have chipmunk. They literally sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Literally,
Yeah,
that's what their
literally.
voices are.
and then it makes it harder for me to defend shows like Keijo, which is actually good, actually funny, and it's like, fuck, Like,
No,
this
dude,
is why. You guys
Keijo's a
fucking up shit.
masterpiece. How dare everybody else?
Keijo's good, dude. I like Keijo. But Keijo actually has a plot, and the animation's okay. But, like,
Yeah.
oh my god. Then there was also Super Milk Chan, which I remember from Adult Swim.
Super
Oh,
Milk
God.
Chan. That's a great name.
I think
Mega
it's only
Milk.
it was only on. I think it's only on this list merely just because it's like kind of wacky. It's got that Adult Swim kind of humor, you know, like Aqua Teen Hunger Force and 12-Ounce Mouse, that kind of thing. Then there was also
It's a dark comedy. That's
Yeah.
why.
Then there's also Virus Buster Surge, which wasn't that bad. It takes place in this place called Neo Hong Kong, and there's like genetic cybernetics, and they be fighting robots and shit. I didn't think this was that bad. I think it's just kind of generic. That's probably why it's on this list. But it was
There are some
What?
full-length ones on here. Well, the Gundam one is SD
okay.
Gundam
That's
Force.
the one I disagree with. SD Gundam Force is fucking cool. All right, come on. SD Gundam Force
Sam is the
cool.
one user on ANN who gave it like a 10.
Shut up,
Raising
man.
that number up there. You're the outlier.
I'm the outlier.
Handshakers is full length technically.
Yeah, Handshakers. I mean, we talked about that when we.
The thing about Handshakers is like
it.
I don't think it should be on this list. It should be like maybe at the very bottom of the list because like it's the first episode is atrocious and hideous, and all the wrong things to do in anime, but it's also hilarious. And then after the first episode, it like turns into this like regular ass kind of boring show.
Yeah.
So it's like, and they hold hands, like they have to hold hands. That's the whole, the whole point of it. So it's like the whole show itself is like maybe a 3 out of 10, but the first episode's a 1 out of 10. So there you go. If you're gonna just watch the first episode, you have CG chains, you have boob physics. There's a girl standing still in front of a desk, and her boobs are bouncing. It makes no sense. And you might get a headache. Like the colors on this are just, it's like all CG and just fucking weird. But yeah, Handshakers episode 1.
There's also this one I also disagree with. And when I'm saying some of these kid shows, a lot of these were like on Fox Kids in the morning and whatever. So like Beyblade, Nick mentioned earlier, and the Beautiful Joe anime, Kirby Right Back at Ya, Duel Masters. They put Ultimate Muscle on this list, and that is
Muscle.
yeah, like Ultimate Muscle, dude, the sequel to the original one.
Side
Where-
chesto.
And I'm just like, that show was actually sick. Like, it's a shonen, and it was targeted towards kids, and Kevin Mask and shit, dude. What about Kevin Mask?
Some of these don't have that many votes on them, to be fair.
Yeah, I was gonna say that could be it too.
What does NB stand for? NB vote. Maybe that stands for something. Number votes? Why don't they just write number? Okay, whatever. That can't
But
be
yeah,
right.
I thought that was weird. And also, like, Debutante Detective Corpse was on here, and I thought that was a cool OVA.
Wait,
At least
corpse or core?
Corpse,
Like corpse
like as in
bride?
like corporation, yeah. But like, it's almost kind of like Gunsmith Cats, except with like 5 girls.
They
Oh,
also
I love their fries, dude. 5 girls.
Beautiful Joe on here,
Yeah,
I saw him
that's what I was.
mention that.
which that game is fucking sick.
The game is fucking
The
sick. But the
game.
anime
We're talking about
kinda,
the anime, Danny. All right. Which I've heard is
The
kind of
ani-
bad.
The anime was kind of goofy. It was a little goofy. Yeah.
There's a couple on here that I want to watch. Like Anime World Order did a whole episode on Crystal Triangle, which is like this super fucking stupid movie. And they like Daryl would always joke about like finding the creator of it. Let's see, there's like a famous like creator for it, and he would always go up to them and ask them about Crystal Triangle. It's like the most obscure shit they've ever done.
What the hell? Hey, dude, you know about Crystal Triangle or what?
Yeah. I don't know. I need to watch that one.
You should just go up to people and just like go to a convention when COVID's over and just be like, dude, so Crystal Triangle?
Crystal Triangle watch party?
Crystal Triangle watch party, dude? Back in my hotel room? Just for a little bit, I want to talk about the Beyblade anime for a couple of reasons. when I was watching this as a young warthog, I thought it was the coolest shit. But like, and I'm gonna copy and paste and show you guys this in the chat so you guys can see. But the animation is pretty bad. When they do the Beyblade battles, you know, they're in their CG or whatever. But yeah, the rest of it's kind of bad. So anyway, this is what the character design looked like in the first season. And to be fair, the one on this list is the first season.
Yeah.
So like, look at their big cheeks, like their wide fucking mouths and
super
cheeks.
Spread
like
them
early
cheeks.
2000
What?
like late 90s.
Yeah, it looks weird. They look goofy. And then the animation and art style changed to this.
This looks 100 times better than Hanoka.
Yeah, obviously. But like, and the dub was really bad also. For some reason, the little kid with the glasses, I forgot his name.
Oh my god. Hideaki Anno did key animation on Crystal Triangle. That's funny.
Okay, anyway. Nick is still going on about Crystal Triangle. Like,
I'm
for
obsessed.
the little kid with the glasses, his dub voice, every time he said the word again, he would say again.
Like a Canadian or something.
Yeah, I don't know why. But like, he's like, so the main character's name, his dub name is Tyson. And he would always be like, dude, Tyson, do you really want to fight him again? It's like, I have to, because Dragoon is my soul in my Beyblade. Anyway, I went to Target that night and bought a couple Beyblades. That's not the point. The point is, I understand why it's on this list.
Yeah, you said again, dude. That's like a low score by itself.
That's a low score. What?
Do we want to go back to Vampire Holmes? We mentioned that one earlier.
Yeah, so
This is
let's
another
talk
one
about
of the all-timers.
This one at least had a couple.
This is
funny...
based on a mobile game. It had a couple of funny moments, but it was fucking awful.
Yeah.
This was my nap time.
Yeah, 2015, based on a mobile game. It's like the worst fucking Sherlock Holmes you've ever seen. It's a vampire who like he doesn't solve mysteries, and he's like he sucks. He's poor and like he can't do anything right, and he's getting kicked out of his apartment or something. I don't know. And like the OP and ED take up half the show,
Yeah, what the fuck was up with that?
and they have like fucking recaps.
Yeah.
Last time on Vampire Holmes.
Like, what are we doing here? We only have 5 minutes. Like, let's...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like...
Oh my god.
It's fucking funny, dude.
He's like, I solved the mystery. He did literally nothing.
It's like, fam, nothing happened.
You didn't do
Nothing
shit.
He sicks the horrible landlady on his companion, on his friend. What is it? Who's Sherlock Holmes' sidekick? Watson.
Watson.
Yeah. Pretty sure he's Watson. You know what? I'm gonna name him Watson. I don't care. Fuck this show.
Vampire Holmes and not Vampire Watson. He wasn't a vampire.
It did
right?
have a funny line in the show that I posted in our manga book club, and it said, "My hobby is reading. I read 3 lines a day." I'm like,
that
yep, that's
makes a lot of
me.
sense.
That's me.
Yeah.
That sounds like you.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's fucking
god.
funny, dude. Yeah, dude, Vampire Holmes...
It was ugly.
and it was like CG...
Yeah.
Horrible.
They would
CG.
like mix chibi and non-chibi in the same scene. Like the character,
Yeah,
you
like
have like a
it's-
3D character and then like a chibi guy, and it's like, what the fuck's happening here?
Depending on how you do it, you know, sometimes it works out. But like this, they were just doing it just to do it for the comedic whatever, and it fell flat. So yeah,
Yeah, and they'd run like a shitty joke into the ground. Some of the jokes were kind of funny, honestly, but it was bad.
So worst thing you can do is run shit into the ground. Like, yeah.
I don't know how they
Especially in a
managed.
5.
Yeah, I don't know how they managed to do that in such a short show, but they did.
Yeah, like within 5 minutes. Like, how did you do that? Like, what the fuck? Oh man. Yeah, dude, Vampire Holmes. Nah,
This makes like the cardboard episode of His and Her Circumstances look good.
Oh god, yes. Jeez.
Half of these shows do, to be fair.
The fucking popsicle stick things.
Wait, they really have an episode like that?
Yeah, no
In
lie.
His and Her Circumstances, yeah, it's like
Yes.
later in the show.
There must have been a reason for that, right?
Yeah, it was. We talked about this. The Hideaki.
Well,
Anno
some
fucking
wasn't.
hated the
Someone
mangaka
wasn't
or
with
something.
us. Some wasn't with us when we did
Oh,
that
really?
episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
basically, this just goes to show that the anime directors are always right and the mangaka are always wrong. So there you go.
That
All right, don't nobody
is
listen.
not true.
Nobody
that is
listen
not
to
true.
Nick. Yeah.
When has a manga ever been better than the anime?
Lots of times.
Lots of times. Wow. Wow.
Name 500 examples.
Okay, Ed, wait. When if you're listening, and I know you are, I give you full permission to kick Nick off the manga book club.
Oh my god.
Like he is not allowed. Nick is not allowed to attend our meetings anymore. Like that's it.
Sheesh.
That's it.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Vampire Holmes. It got to my brain.
Uh,
That was the Krampus talking.
So I think now we can talk about this one. This is probably the one that everyone thinks about often.
Well, we should say. Well, can we talk about Psychic Wars really quick?
Yeah, if you want to. I haven't watched it since I was like.
watch that.
I haven't watched
another
that since I was like
shitty,
14.
Like 90s OVA. It's kind of like Garzy's Wing a little bit. Well, not really. You have this like brick thick man who's a doctor, and he like gets sucked into this fucking world where he has to fight these demons, and he just punches the shit out of them, and then he falls in love with this lady.
Yeah, basically.
And
yeah,
like,
basically.
there's like this super violence, and then it cuts to the next scene, and cuts to the next scene, and like suddenly they're having sex in like this blue lighting, and I don't fucking really know what happened. Turns out the lady's the bad guy the whole time, the one that he was banging. And this guy, the shape of his body is a brick. He is a rectangle of a man. And
of a man.
yeah, he actually literally punches cancer in the face. Like there's a parasite that's attacking him in like the surgery unit, and he fucking punches the shit out of it. That's pretty funny. But dude, the editing in this is probably the worst out of all of these. Like the editing makes no goddamn sense. They just cut between scenes and they don't let anything sit. And it's like, what the fuck's happening? So
Yeah. So like this. So
There you
Psychic Wars. Psychic Wars is one of those.
3.15 on
ones-
Mal.
It's one of those ones that's like those like hyper mature things where there's a bunch of titty and violence or whatever. And it was brought here by U.S. Manga or Manga World or whatever. And
Yeah, you can find it
so
on-
like Legend of the Overfiend and you know.
It
Demon
reminds,
City
yeah,
Shinjuku.
if you've seen any 90s OVA, it looks kind of like those. So,
Yeah, in line with the genre too. It's kind of like that, except Legend of the Overfiend and was kind of
really,
entertaining.
if you want to see an example of just really piss poor editing that makes no sense, watch Psychic
This.
Wars.
This, yeah,
Just scene to scene is just it's just spins. It's like head spinning.
yeah.
So,
When I was a kid, you know, like because I watched this when I was like 14 or so. I didn't think anything much about it. I was just kind of like, oh, okay.
oh, and I guess there's time travel too. It's hard to follow. So yeah, there's a
It's
bunch.
hard to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I think I'm gonna see if I can pull this out, see if I can find it. But, yeah, dude. So speaking of weird editing, I think this one has some weird editing in it. But Mars of Destruction.
Oh yeah.
This is probably the one that a lot of people will
Classic.
think of. You will probably see this on everybody's list in terms of horrible anime.
Everybody needs to watch Mars of Destruction and Skelter
here's
Heaven.
my-
They're made
No,
by the
you
same
don't.
company.
Okay, but here's my thing. I think it's really weird because compared to the rest of what we watched, this was not that bad. It was really generic
Because it was short, yeah. Yeah, no,
Well,
this
I
was
mean-
this was like easier to watch than some of the other stuff because it was like more traditional anime. It's like they're defending the world from monsters from Mars. But yeah,
right.
it was bad. It was like the worst version of that.
Right. And yeah, it was probably it was really, and like there's like one guy who puts on the armor, right? And there's like three girls with the
So
guns.
It's like
weird.
if you've seen
So
if you've
weird.
seen the animated short Me Me Me, he kind of puts on that armer.
oh yeah,
You
kinda,
remember that?
yeah.
He looks like that guy. And I'm like, oh
He does
yeah,
look like
it's
that
Me
guy.
Me
Maybe
Me.
that's where they got it from. I don't
Yeah.
know. But like it's just really this one. The editing is just like, you know, you'll have the girls running towards
Oh,
the enemy
man.
with their guns,
So funny.
And the what angle, I guess I don't know the angle. But not fully profile or fully front, but like, like a where you can see both their eyes but they're still looking away. That was drawn really horribly. That looked really bad.
Yeah,
it looks really goofy.
In one of the first scenes, like the girls are approaching the one of the monsters that touches down in the city, and they start fire. They're like, "Oh, we have to shoot it!" And they're like, "All right, fire!" And like the monster shoots a laser and just blows off one of their heads.
Yeah.
And none of them make a reaction. There's no reaction to it. That's the best part.
No, yeah, the two girls just duck. The other girl gets her head blown off, and they're just like, they put their heads up and they just like keep going. Like, just like,
Yeah.
This is another one that's based off of a visual novel from, I think it's like PS2 or PS.
Yeah,
or
I think
Dreamcast or
Idea
something.
Factory was one of the producers. They also helped with Skelter Heaven.
Yeah, so like these are the same guys. Same
I don't know if it's the same
directors and everything.
studio or animators. I think some of the people who animated this like stopped working in the industry after that. Or like they couldn't get hired or something. I don't know if that's a rumor or not, but
That would suck. That would be horrible.
yeah, it's like, wow, you made something so bad. It's like that scene on Happy Gilmore.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
We are all dumber for what we have just witnessed.
Yeah, like
We need to insert that clip on here.
everyone is not dumber.
Oh my god.
But like,
yeah.
no, like it just like, and it was so like, Nick often says, no, the worst anime are the ones that are really in the middle.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is-
yeah.
This is dead center in the middle, bad. Like, aside from the bad editing and all that stuff, just story-wise and script-wise.
Oh, bland.
the
Yeah, there's
dialogue
no
was bad.
characterization. Like they're all fucking nobodies. They're just blank slates.
And I assume that playing the game counterpart to this and Skelter Heaven is way better, obviously.
Yeah, maybe a 2
But,
out of
like-
10 instead of a 1 out of 10.
This is, and I've said this before, and I've been saying it for years, this is why you just shouldn't make anime based off of visual novels unless the people who wrote, unless you're doing like a full, like don't half-ass it. If you're going to do it, right? And so like the people who did like Steins Gate and the other Science Trilogy games, those are good, but like these ones and like School Days and
Whoa. School
Clannad.
Days is good.
no, they're bad.
Wait, you're saying Clannad is on the same level as School Days?
No, I mean I just don't like the anime
Because it's
adaptation
not.
of them
School
are
Days
just-
is better.
the visual adaptation of them the anime adaptation of them are bad. Is what I'm saying. This was
I'd much rather watch women who have bug eyes than School Days.
All right, you're watching Clannad, Danny. Have you ever seen that one?
I
think she has.
I've seen Air. I haven't seen Clannad.
Oh, okay. Well, it's like 50 episodes. Get on that.
Well, again, I much rather watch that shit than fucking School Days.
Wait, you've never seen School Days, right?
I will never watch School Days.
It is
She listened to our podcast,
so
dude.
good.
I
She's
listened
not
to
gonna-
it enough. I listened to the podcast enough that I already know what happens.
Danny,
and I
check
don't
my
need to
mail.
watch it.
Check my mail.
No, I'm good.
Where do you
I'm
think I
good.
ranked School Days?
I'm
you
good.
really
Go ahead
think
and check.
that out of everybody that Danny knows within our community, she's gonna look at your mail.
I gave it a 10. All right.
After
Of course
what
you
you
did.
and to be fair, to be honest, Nick, I'm kind of starting to think that you conspired with Krampus to make us do this episode. And
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. I called it a
Okay, so
favor.
you admit. So you're just you admitted you're a full blown bitch,
Yeah.
and we're just here because we're fucking around, hands in our pants.
You've been
Dumb.
naughty children. It's British Krampus now. He travels. He's good at fitting in.
He's good at picking up the accent. Yeah. God, dude.
Dude, Mars Destruction though. Back to that. So they used
Oh,
like a
God.
bunch of classical
No.
music in the show because they want to fucking make music. So they they use like these commercial songs that you see on like Dustbuster commercials or whatever. And they're like, while they're fighting the aliens. And I keep thinking of like, oh, I'm going to make some popcorn now. As they're just like blasting this giant, slug monster. And, yeah, dude, everything is stiff.
Real stiff.
Super stiff.
This is like, the kind of looked like Guyver is what it kind of looked like.
Yeah, Guyver has something to it, probably.
But yeah, no, I was going to say, but Guyver's fucking cool. This was like a bad version of that.
Yeah, none of these characters are named either. I don't think anybody has a name. Oh, I mean, they technically have names, but they're not named.
Yeah.
And it turns out they rushed the ending on this one too, like Skelter Heaven, where it turns out that the humans were the invaders all along.
Yeah, that's right.
The alien stands up and like whispers into the guy's ear, and then they blast it to smithereens. Somehow the bullets suddenly work now, even though they didn't work before, and it explodes. And then it fucking ends. There's like a scientist that just like exposition dumps the end of it. Fucking stupid.
I just like the way Nick summarizes it. The way he tells his story is literally 10 times better than watching it.
See,
I feel like I'm doing
now
a really
you know
bad
why.
job. Like, it
now
doesn't
you
make any
know
sense
why. Now you know why I don't have to watch School Days.
No, School Days is great, Danny. Okay, that is
I
a
ain't
story.
watching it. I ain't watching it,
It's about
sorry.
romance and
No, it's
greed
not.
and lust. And
It's about stupidity.
and envy and all the other stuffs from Full Metal Alchemist. And yeah, there you go. There's a boat at the end. Yeah, but dude, Mars of Destruction.
There's a boat.
It's one of the peak bad animes that you'll find.
I don't think so. I think other things on this list were peak.
Yeah, but in terms of like how bad it is, like this is memorable. It's like I would rather watch this than Hanoko, but I think it's just as bad or worse in a lot of ways. I don't know. Maybe not. The Flash one is fucking horrible. Why does that one have a higher score? It's fucking weird. Vampire Holmes was probably worse. The thing is, like, this one was just made so badly. This one was like made the worst. Like, they fucked up so bad. I don't know.
The Abunai Sisters one is probably one of the
Abunai Sisters is awful. God,
because I already hate Jimmy Neutron and the way that's animated.
Jimmy
and
Neutron,
designed.
dude. It's what Jimmy
that's
Neutron
basically
is, in my mind.
God, I hate Jimmy Neutron. He's such a little bitch. He's so annoying. His stupid head and his stupid hair. I hate him. That's what that show reminded me of, and it made me hate it more. God!
Abunai Sisters makes me hate humanity. You know? Mars of Destruction is kind of funny.
At least Mars of Destruction, I just hate Mars. You know, I don't.
Yeah, fuck Mars, dude.
Yeah, like
Assholes.
who cares about that? It's like no big deal. But like the rest of it, it's like oh shit. Anyway, so there.
Do we want to ASMR as the outro? You guys want some Sleeping with Hanako
No.
as you're drifting off?
No.
That's another one.
So there you go. You guys don't have to fucking watch it because we fucking watched it for you. Okay, there you go.
Hold on, let me
That's
put
our
on
Christmas
some,
gift.
Let me put on some smooth tunes. Sleeping with Hanako. It's 45 minutes of an anime girl sleeping.
Okay, that's enough. Anyway,
Literally, and she has like a dream where she gets food from the fridge.
that's all right. I hope you guys
Masterpiece.
enjoyed that. I did not enjoy it.
I did not
hate my
either.
life.
I cannot get any of those minutes back.
If we ever do something like this again, count me out.
Can you hear her
do it.
soft breathing?
No.
All right, we're getting out of here because
Yeah.
Nick is turning into a creepy uncle. All right. That being said, I'm Sam, Danny, and Krampus. This has been the Anime Summit Podcast.